What if I told you that the blockchain world is finally learning to walk before it tries to run? Let me explain. Imagine building a bridge, but every time you add a new support beam, you realize the previous ones were made of spaghetti. That's basically what's happening with the XRP ledger right now. Ripple's team isn't just throwing new features at the network, they're doing a surgical rewrite of past mistakes, and it's wild to watch. Personally, I think this is one of the most underreported stories in crypto today because it's not about hype or price, it's about the messy, painstaking process of building something that actually works. Here's the thing, XRP's upcoming upgrade isn't just another software patch. It's a reckoning with the fact that blockchain isn't just code, it's trust. And trust is earned by fixing the things that break. Take the batch feature, for example. This thing was supposed to let 8 transactions happen at once, like a digital atomic bomb for finance. But when security researchers found a flaw that could let someone steal funds without ever touching a private key, the network had to hit pause. What makes this really interesting is how Ripple handled it. They didn't just roll back the update, they took it as a lesson. Now they're revising batch with a new security model, but here's the kicker, they're forcing validators to vote on it again. Why? Because in crypto, the people who run the network aren't just servers, they're the final arbiters of what's safe. And that's a power shift I find fascinating. Then there's permission delegation, which sounds like a corporate HR policy for blockchains. It lets institutions give limited signing authority to third parties without handing over the keys. But when a bug let one account drain another's balance, it was disabled overnight. Now, the revised version is back, but this time, it's not just about fixing code, it's about proving that the ecosystem can handle accountability. In my opinion, this is the real test of blockchain maturity. If you can't fix a flaw without a full network consensus, does that mean the system is too fragile? Or is it finally learning to grow up? I'm leaning toward the latter, but I'm also watching closely to see if validators actually take this seriously. But let's zoom out for a second. Why does this matter beyond the technical details? Because XRP is trying to do something radical, become the backbone of tokenized assets. Think of it like the internet's first true financial layer. If you want to move a tokenized car, trade a bond, or collateralize a loan, you need a ledger that's both fast and secure. And here's where the new amendments like confidential MPT come in. This thing uses zero-knowledge proofs and elliptic curve encryption to let people keep their balances private, yet still let auditors verify them. What many people don't realize is that this isn't just about privacy, it's about creating a system that can scale without sacrificing transparency. It's like giving a bank vault a lock that only opens for specific people, but still lets regulators peek inside when needed. Now let's talk about the bigger picture. Binance isn't just an exchange anymore, it's a financial behemoth. They've moved into RWAs, payments, and even savings products. And guess what? They're probably watching XRP's upgrades closely. Why? Because if XRP can prove it's secure enough to handle tokenized assets, it becomes a critical infrastructure piece for Binance's broader ambitions. This raises a deeper question, is the future of crypto about building isolated ecosystems, or about creating interoperable systems that work together? I think we're seeing the answer unfold right now. XRP's upgrades are a microcosm of that tension, between speed and security, between innovation and caution, between decentralization and governance. So here's what I'm really curious about, will these amendments pass? Because if they do, it could signal a turning point. Not just for XRP, but for the entire crypto industry. It would show that networks can evolve without collapsing under their own weight. But if they fail again, it might force a reckoning, forcing teams to ask harder questions about what decentralized really means. Either way, this isn't just about XRP. It's about whether we're ready to build something that can actually support the future of money.